Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are taking a look at a battered and beaten Roddy Piper from WWE's Hollywood series. This is Piper as John Nada from the legendary, incredible, wonderful John Carpenter film, They Live. This is a very surprising figure to have gotten. It's probably the best of the two-wave Hollywood series. I don't think it's going to get any cooler than this. If you're a fan of Piper or if you're a fan of John Carpenter or They Live or whatever, this is probably the biggest must-have figure from the WWE Hollywood series. You can see we have true effects, lifelike details. On the back of the box, I don't know what kind of bio we're going to have here. You can see you can go to any Walmart in the country right now and find about 50 of the John Cena and The Rock figures. But Piper, it's got a nice little gloss on his name. I don't know how well you can see that. Not bad. They Live. Roddy Piper screamed to the WWE Universe. Just when they think they have all the answers, I change the questions. That's the worst Piper impersonation you'll ever hear. You're welcome for that. But the world found out what happens when he's all out of bubblegum. In the cult classic action movie They Live, as the first WWE superstar to star in a major motion picture that opened #1 at the box office, Hot Rod paved the road to Hollywood for superstars we see on the big screen today. Wow, that's putting him over pretty big. So I had to have this figure, even though I've got NECA's John Nada figure, and it's obviously much nicer than this one. And that's not saying there's anything wrong with this one. It's a different level of action figure. For a mass market release, this figure looks great. So you can see my box is all smashed up. I pre-ordered this from Walmart when they very first went on sale. I still have not seen them in stores, so I'm glad that this one actually came through. So let's grab our trusty 1964 box cutter and slice through that tape and get Hot Rod out of here and take a look and see how worried we are about him running out of bubble gum. Nice little background there. Just a blood red WWE. Let's get a couple of fists. Because, of course, we've got to reenact one of the greatest fight scenes, or the greatest fight scene in the history of cinema. And I have a new tool here. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you know that I recently put together a Gundam model, and I couldn't find flush cutters anywhere. I bought these hoping they might do the trick. They didn't. So now I've got them to open up toys and to cut through pesky rubber bands. And I'm happy to have them because they're more compact than scissors. All right. Wow, that face actually, that's a really nice portrait on this guy. I think they've done a great job here. The hair looks good. The 3D super printing, whatever you want to call it, is accurate. Looks nice. They actually got a really nice job on this Hot Rod portrait. I almost want to try and find another one of these, which may be an impossible task, to replace the Legends Series 12 Piper head. So he's actually got a really nice looking soft goods shirt. The plaid looks great. I like the rolled up cuffed sleeves. I think they've done a nice job with that. The fit is pretty darn good. It should be tucked into his pants, but I can't care because a mass market retail release at this scale, you're not going to get a perfect soft goods shirt. But Mattel, this is one of the best soft goods pieces I've seen from the WWE Elite line lately. I've got to say they've really the cut, the way it hangs, everything is fantastic. And of course, he's got a little Velcro closure here. Oh, look at that! He's got a sculpted wife beater on. I'm sorry, that's not the appropriate term for that, I'm sure. A shirt on underneath. Got unfortunately, some paint rub there, but I'll be leaving this nice shirt on him, so that doesn't matter. It is a little weird, though, that they gave him the undershirt torso when the second most prominent picture on the packaging is a completely shirtless Piper. It's a little odd, right? But whatever. I kind of prefer to have the undershirt. It gives it a little more character and makes it feel a little less. I don't know. It makes it feel a little fancier, maybe, which is the first time anybody has said that about an A shirt. But it looks good. It looks great. Scale wise, they've done a nice job. Proportionally, everything looks good. He doesn't look bizarre. Uh, the jeans are, this is where Mattel. What's the opposite of shines? Mattel flops so often is they'll use parts that are, well, this is the best we can do. And they do that a lot with jeans because these jeans should be pretty darn snug. They shouldn't be boot cut jeans like this. They should almost be like skinny jeans. And considering that skinny jeans are a thing, it boggles my mind that Mattel has not done a tight jeans or skinny jeans sculpt yet, because there's a DDP figure that is essential that we need that would use that. This Nada figure could have used it, but the paint on these jeans is fantastic. I mean, the way that they have the sort of acid washed look, they did a really really nice job with that. And if you'll notice, it's a lighter plastic with a darker wash on it to achieve that look. So when you bend the knees or whatever, like, yes, obviously there's a little difference there, but it doesn't stick out like it would if it was a darker blue with a light wash over it. So I think they've done a really good job here. And he's got a nice belt. Belt buckle is painted. Belt's actually painted in there, which is something that Mattel doesn't always get done. They don't even always get a sculpted belt in. Really great. Look at his hiking boots or work boots, I guess. Lots of nice sculpted detail there. Painted sole or tread. This is a great looking figure. They've done a really nice job. I am impressed. And then we've got, of course, you have to have his sunglasses that are actually translucent. I'm just now noticing. That is wild. I didn't expect that. I thought they'd be just straight up black plastic. They're actually, if you can tell here, I don't know if you can or not, but they're actually translucent. That's fantastic. Wow. And then they slide right under his hair piece, which is a separate piece from his head, which is why one of the reasons it looks so good. And look at that. Looking pretty. Oop, let's get that collar back down there. Oh my gosh. There we go. I'm going to have to get the collar back under his mullet for it to look right. But look at that. Looks great. I mean, that is 100% Piper from They Live. Just looks fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and give him the closed fists because he doesn't need, I don't have anything for him to grip. So the C grips are just not the optimal hands for him to have. I would rather him to have fighting fists. Although I guess if you wanted him holding the sunglasses instead, that would work. But this is good enough for me because this is, like I said, I've got the NECA figure, so this is not. I just poked him right in the eye. I'm sorry, Hot Rod. This is not going to be like my ultimate greatest John Nada figure. This is going to be wrestling figures that are specific or awesome or cool in some way, like unique kind of wrestling figure. So it's Piper is Nada. It's something different to go on the shelf. This is great. They did a fantastic job. If you can actually find this figure, I think you should get it. I think any sci-fi fan, any John Carpenter fan, I mean, you got to have this guy on your shelf. And I want to find another one because, like I said, this head to me looks much better than the head that comes on the Legends Series 12 Piper, which I've got. Well, you know what? Let me do a little something here for you guys. Okay. And you're going to laugh because I did this completely unawares. I have just so happened to position this guy in the same position that I have this guy. How ridiculous is that? So let's take a look at that Legends 12 Piper. Like, it looks good, but there's just something off about it. I don't know if I can get these guys quite in the same frame here. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, you got that and that. There's just something about this new one. Something about the hair on this Legends one just seems a little off to me. Whereas this one, man, I mean, this is great. So, but now comparing them, I kind of like having the two different Pipers too. So maybe we'll just stick with him as he is. But look at that, man. That's a fantastic figure. Thank you guys for watching. Consume, obey, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things, and thanks for watching.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.